here's my like favorite stuff. I just washed it and I don't feel like doing anything to it. I decided to make my first broadcast sharing some of my pieces. I write poetry sometimes, so I figured why not share them. So yeah. I have this little journal. I got it at Ross like a long time ago. So yeah. I'm just gonna hop right into it. I might share like some quotes. Like I have a bunch of stuff in here. I might share some quotes or something that I have. But first, I think I'm gonna share these two pieces that I wrote. I think the week before last or something like that. And the first piece that I wrote was based off of something that I dealt with personally. It's really talking about how you allow things to break you and to really mess with you that shouldn't. You let things in knowing that they're not good for you, and you try to hold on to things and fix things that you know were never supposed to be your concern in the first place. So ultimately, while you're holding on to certain things and trying to fix certain things, God is trying to get you to realize that He's in control, and that while you're focusing on other people or other situations, He's the one you need to be focusing on, because He's the only one that can fix those problems for you. So the first piece that I have is called Mend It, and I wrote this in February, like the end of February this year. So yeah, just let me know what you think, and yeah, I'm just gonna get started. And I haven't really read this aloud to people. Well, I'm not really reading it to people, but to y'all. So if I stumble a little bit, that's why. It says, 1092 fragments, I let you. I trusted you. I was whole at one point, but you came with one purpose, to utterly destroy. You made me feel wanted. You brought me joy. I didn't always feel right, and once that clock struck midnight, I was lonely. Because you fixed me for a moment, only gave me what I wanted, and you left me broken, and I waited. I gave you all of me, and I waited. Open my eyes, open your eyes, look what you've done. Can't you see I'm waiting? You can't expect to receive something from someone that never had it in the first place. That's like building a structure by rapid waters. A weak foundation is sure to break. Tools in hand, I still waited. Remember when you prayed? He's waiting. Communication was great. I'm waiting. I love you. Call out my name. I'm waiting. I forgive you. It's not too late to change. I can mend you. Every piece, I want you. That love, that joy, that peace for your pieces. Pieces? I promise I'll never leave you. I'll be here. I won't deceive you. Let me fix you. Be my craft. I'll be the architect that reconstructs you from your brokenness. And yes, I know you forgot me, but don't forget. But don't forget, I forgive you, and still I love you. I know what's right. With me, it's never a mere feeling. I'll show you with all that is within me that you are priceless. So all your flaws and pieces, I want to clean and fix them. I will ensure that you are mended. Okay, so like that one is basically just saying like whatever pieces you feel like you're in, whatever mess you feel like you're going through, God can really take that and fix it. He is basically, how do I say this? He's your keeper, is what I've come to find out. He's the only one that can fix all of your problems. So, like, basically what I've learned is why not give it to God? He's the one that put you in that situation. And most of the time, the situations that you're going through are to ensure that you really trust Him. So, like, you're put there to be like, alright, God, you got me going through this. And He's like, okay, so what are you going to do about it? It's not for you to be like, alright, let me try to fix this by myself, because that's not what you're supposed to do. Alright, so the second piece, and probably the last piece, because I don't want to do this for like a super long time. This one's called Suffocation, and I'm a person that I don't struggle, but I deal with like anxiety and things like that. So this one is basically just what it feels like to go through an anxiety attack, or to go through what the enemy tries to make you feel like is depression, or things that you feel like you can't handle. When you feel like the world is on your shoulders, how to really deal with that. And I don't even know. Yeah, I didn't finish this one in this book. It's in another. I can't talk. It's in another thingy-my-bobby. Another folder. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and read this one. This one's called Suffocation. It says, my chest is caving in, head spinning, if only I could, I can't, never mind, here it is again, no tears this time, just trembling, I hate this feeling, and yes, I know he hears me, but only when I open my mouth. Okay, somebody called me. I'm just gonna continue, but I can't. I can't to the same one I hurt, I can't tell all to the one I disobeyed, his will is what I'm supposed to portray, all these eyes looking my way, just breathe. How can I when I'm the one cutting off my own oxygen supply, shortening my lifeline just because it feels all right? Just breathe. And what use, what purpose does my breath serve? I'm better off without it, right? Maybe I'll try it one last time. Think of your happy place and breathe. So with that in mind, this breath turned into a wail, the loudest beckoning for his attention far beyond a yell. This time it's a cry. Help me, I can't breathe, I'm suffocating. Shh. How's that? This is called life. No need for those tears. I know you've been hurting for years, but the blood I shed for you is your lifetime supply of forgiveness. I gave my breath so you could have yours. Do you want me like you say? I'll open any door, but you have to breathe. Take my hand on me, you'll stand. Don't let your issues ruin your intended plans. I will hold you through every pain. I will mold you through every tear. If you trust me, I'm here, my dear. Now inhale my love. Exhale those frustrations. Let me take them and just breathe. No need for suffocation. Alright, so yeah, that one's just basically, like I said, when you feel like the world is on your shoulders, really all you have to do is just breathe. Like I said in the poem, like a lot of the time we just feel like, oh Lord, it's me. Oh God, this situation, I can't handle it, Lord. But in reality, he's like, bruh, chill. Like, it's really not as bad as it seems. There are so many people. One thing I've learned, and I'm only 18, so I haven't been through like a lot, but I have been through some things, and one thing I've learned is that there's always someone that's worse off than you are. And whatever God puts you through, he puts you through it because he knows you can handle it. So, one thing I've had to learn how to do is just breathe. Just let God take control. And I guess that's like the theme of this broadcast, is learning how to let God take control, because ultimately he's the one that put you in that situation. He's the one that knows how to handle it best. So once you give it over to him, like, okay, think about a time when you were just like, oh my gosh, I can't take this anymore, and you just finally broke down and gave it to God. Like, you finally broke down and was like, alright God, here, you know what, I'm gonna let you handle this because I can't. And as soon as you did that, it seems like everything started falling into place. And that's all he wants. All he wants is for you to surrender. All he wants is for you to place it in his hands. So, with these two pieces, mended and suffocation, is like, sometimes we try to fix things on our own. Sometimes it seems like the world is on our shoulders. But ultimately, all we are supposed to do is breathe. Read your Bible. Like, all the answers are either in his word or from him himself. So just calm down. Don't worry about whatever you're going through. I mean, you're human. You're gonna worry. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Like, I don't like this. This sucks. But just chill. God's got you. but you really have to trust him. I know one line in there, it was something I had said, where is it at? I said, and yes, I know he hears me, but only when I open my mouth. That particular verse right there was basically saying, we know, a lot of the time we're afraid to go to God, because sometimes we know we're wrong in what we're doing, so it's like, okay, I know I'm wrong, I know I'm messing up, and yes, I know God can forgive me, yes, I know he hears me, but like, I don't really want to, go there. That's what he's waiting for. That's why you're still in the mess that you're in, because you haven't surrendered fully to God. You haven't really given it all to God. And while I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself, because there's some situations that I'm still giving to the Lord myself. So I just totally whacked the mic. So just breathe, just let it go. And if you need people to talk to, it's people out there to talk to. There's always a way to get something out. And one thing that I've done to get a lot of my feelings out is, my phone is dying, I journal. And because I'm a very to myself kind of a person, I'm kind of shy, and I don't like talking about my feelings and stuff all the time, so I write. These are post-its of things that I probably will share on future broadcasts. But I write all of my feelings out. Sometimes they come out in pieces of poetry, sometimes they come out in songs, sometimes they just come out in jumbled up words or whatever. But just getting out how I feel makes me feel better. So sometimes I'll pray on what I write, sometimes I'll just let it simmer. It's just a matter of not letting things build up in your life, not allowing it to seem like the world is on your shoulders. Just tackle one thing at a time instead of letting things overflow, because all that's going to do is stress you out more. All that's going to do is just make you feel like, oh man, this is just, if it's not one thing, it's another thing, and I can't believe this just happened. I'm already going through this, and it's just okay, if it's not one thing, it's another thing. So look at it this way. If it's not this, it's this. So let me handle this right now. I'm not even going to worry about this. You know what? Ultimately, I'm just going to give it in God's hand. And ultimately is the word of the day, apparently. But, okay, let me handle this. Lord, blah, 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 A, B, C, D. And this is what's going to happen. And God's going to be alright, let me fix this for you. I don't know if that made sense or not. If I'm rambling, just let me know. But yeah, it's just God can do so much for you if you just really surrender. And that's just my point. I keep repeating myself, so I'm about to head out. But I hope you guys enjoyed my pieces. I know I stumbled over a couple of the verses, but I have so much more to share. And I hope that this was kind of an inspiration to whoever gets to view this. And I hope you guys have a great night. And yeah, just stay safe and stay prayed up, fasted up, all that good stuff. And yeah, bye.